it's Tanya. Today I am going to be showing you a project that I did for the new Tim Holtz Sizzix release. Scrapbook.com reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in doing a few projects for them for this release, and of course I said yes. So the first thing I'm going to be making is this Valentine's Day pillow box or pillow bag, whatever you want to call it. What I'm using for this is the Tim Holtz Sizzix die vault pillow box plus bag and the new vault Lovebirds. Both of those are the two new dies I'm using today from Tim Holtz and Sizzix. I'll also be using this Sweet Expression stamp set from scrapbook.com, and I'm going to be using the U stamp out of it. I am using the alphabet die typewriter from scrapbook.com, and all of this will be linked in my description box below. So I cut out 2 of these pieces in red cardstock, and this is from the pillow box and bag die set here. So this piece here and 2 of those, and then I cut an extra one out in a cream color. And what I did is where the lines are, when you cut it out, you can see there's lines here. I just cut right inside of those lines so that it will line up with my other one and get a little bit of a red trim around the edge, and it doesn't have to be perfect. The next thing I did was I cut out my bird from black cardstock, and I cut 4 of these out, and I plan to kind of layer these up, but I'm also going to do a little trimming on these, and you can see, and I'll cut these on camera so you can see what I'm doing. I took a pencil and colored in the parts that I want to cut off of each layer. So there's 4 of those, 4 of those from black. I cut out the LVE from the typewriter die set, and I cut that out of cream colored cardstock, and I'm going to cut that again out of this, but we're going to do something with a scrap piece of paper first. I cut 2 small red hearts and a cream color heart, and these are from the die set, the Vault Birds. And we're also going to be using the heart from the Vault Birds, the medium size heart, to be the O in the love. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I cut this piece of scrap paper, and this is at 1.5 by 4, and the only thing I'm going to do with that is I'm going to take a little bit of lumberjack plaid, and I am just going to go down one side of it, so about halfway. Just like that. And this edge over here may be a little darker. There we go. Now the next thing I'm going to do here is we'll grab a little bit of mint tape. I'm going to lay out my letters. And my heart that's going to go there for the O. And I'm just going to take a little bit of mint tape to hold those down so they don't move. And I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. So you can see that I have run these through the die cutting. Oops, everything keeps falling. I've run these through the die cutting machine. So we have our letters cut out. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and layer these with the cream colored ones I cut out earlier. have all those layered together. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the little cream colored heart that I cut out, and I'm just going to stick some glue onto the back of that. And I'm going to kind of center that into the center of my other heart, just to make it look more like a cutout of an O, like an O would be for the love. Just like that. Now I'm going to take my 2 red hearts and I'm going to glue those together. Just like this. And we're going to set that aside. Now the next thing I'm going to do is work on these birds, and the bottom one we're going to leave whole, so nothing's going to get cut off of one of the birds. Okay, so for the next 3, I know that I'm cutting the legs off of all 3, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to layer them up, and I'm going to make sure they're nice and even. Like that. And I'm going to hold them nice and tight, and I'm just going to snip off the legs. That. And we do not need those, so I'm going to set them to the side. Now, I also know on this one and this one, I'm going to cut the tail off. So I'm going to remove this one for a minute from the stack. Stack these back together, make sure they're nice and straight. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to get in here and snip this tail off. Okay. So now, on this one, I'm going to cut the beak off. So I'm just going to cut the beak right there. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to glue these together. So the full one's going to go on the bottom. This one with the full tail and the legs cut off is going to go next. Then the one with the legs and tail cut off but still has the beak's going to go after that. And then this will be my top one. So in that order. Okay, I'm going to use white gel pen, and I'm just going to add a couple little highlights like on the beak, back of the head, and these do not have to be perfect at all. I'm also going to add a little bit here on the heart. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put together my box here. And like I said, I cut 2 of the pieces out from this die here. So what you get is you get 2 pieces like this, and you're just going to glue them together just like this here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put glue right along the edge. And I'm going to try to make sure I get it right at the edge of this. And along the center. I'm going to go ahead. We'll start on this side and kind of line it up. Make sure everything is nice and straight and even. I'll just open it up like this, and I'll place glue on this side. And again, I'm going to try to get the glue as close to the edge as possible. And then I can just fold this one over like this, press it down. You can sit something on top of it if you need to for it to dry. And there you have it. So then when you go to close it, these little ends here just fold in just like that. That's your little pillow box. So before we do that, what we're going to do is go ahead and fold this back out flat. I'm going to take this piece here, and I'm going to take a little bit of Distressed Black Soot ink. And I'm going to move this to the edge of this because just inks better on the glass, and I'm just going to go around the edge. Now you just figure out which side you want to be your front. It doesn't matter much to me because both sides are pretty much the same. And I'm just going to take some glue and add it to the back of this cream colored piece I just inked. Then I'm just going to kind of lay it down here and get it where I want it. I'm trying to center mine somewhat like that. The Misty out. Right, all these pieces moved over here. I'm going to lay this down. Now the reason I'm doing this is I want to see where everything's going to lay so I know where to stamp the word U. And you do want to make sure that you keep your bird inside of these lines. You don't want to go over onto the piece that's going to fold down. Okay, that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. All this can get moved back off. And I'm just going to use my archival ink. And I'm going to stamp the U. Now that I have the U stamped down where I want it, we can now proceed to add the other pieces. And I think I'm going to start with my bird. And I'm going to pop this out open like this, kind of like this, and can fold these down just like that. Or we can fold them the other direction, I think. That'll look better. Let's fold them this direction. So you can stuff this with whatever you want. Candy. You could do a gift card, some little jewelry. There you have it. Just that little shimmer. So there you have it, a quick and easy little Valentine's pillow box using some of the new dies from Tim Holtz and Sizzix and some dies and stamps from scrapbook.com. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate it. As I said before, everything will be linked in the description box below. So you can find everything that I used today there. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I will be doing some more projects for this release, so keep an eye out for those. They will be on my Instagram. They will also be on YouTube and on my Facebook, so you can find them in all those places. I also will have all my projects at scrapbook.com in my project folder, so you can find them there also. So even if I don't have a video for one, you may find a project in one of those other places. So check out my other social media accounts. I again appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great day. I hope you're inspired to create something today. Bye for now.